Hi, my name is Lorene. Welcome back to Pilates Strong. We're gonna work on our arms and our back a lot here today. And so get you guys started off with that, because we're gonna be on our stomach here in a second. I'm gonna get your core warmed up along with the arms. So you're gonna lay on your back, grab your magic circle. You're gonna place that soft part just on the skull, not on the neck, all right? And you're gonna exhale, lift your chest up, and down, down. So I always talk about this, right? I want those hips in a neutral position, which means that you're gonna have a little tiny space on your low back as you lift, your feet are grounded, and that's gonna get those, the whole entire abdominals to work a little bit more than if you just tuck. Because if you're tucking like this, you're gonna end up a lot more up here. Whereas if you lengthen your tailbone, you're gonna really get that kind of that lower abdominal area working. All right, so let's go for just a little bit here. Up and down. Your arms are going to get a little tired here in a second. The reason that I'm starting off with abs before we do the back is because when we go lay down on our stomach, I want your core to be engaged, right? Because we are going to go into back extension. Now, check out your hips. Make sure that they're staying grounded. Make sure that they're looking equal. Keep going. We're going to go for about, let's go for about 10 more seconds. I guess that'll work pretty good, right? Keep going. So each exercise, as you guys know with me, is anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute and a half, right? So we're gonna add variations in that, and that's kind of the way I like to work, because it works these muscles with very little weight, but with a lot of time involved, right? So more endurance. Keep going. You should start to feel those abs warming up. 3, 2, went a little longer than 10 seconds. Sorry. Okay, now you're gonna go over to the right, lengthen that right leg out, and pull. And as I'm lifting up, I'm keeping that length in that waist, so I'm not like crunching myself to come up. I'm really keeping everything nice and long. I also know it's been forever since I posted. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm finally posting. I'm going to try really hard to stay consistent again, and I can't believe I've let so much time go by without posting. But anyways, I'm here. Ooh, do you feel that oblique? Keep going. Keep going. Let's see, we got about 5, 4, 3, 2. Now switch sides, other side, keeping the hips grounded. So as I'm going across, you guys, I'm not like falling off to the side, right? I'm staying nice and stable, just rotating through the upper body, moving through that motion here. Keep going. I'm just checking out the time. I've got my timer right there under the camera. Keep going. And you're going to feel your forearms are burning here, which is awesome because you need to work on that. Keep going. Good. Keep going. We have about, let's see, let me do some math in my head, 15 seconds-ish. Keep going and reaching, keeping the head back as you pull. So we're not pulling on our head, you guys. We're not like trying to shove our head up. We're letting the head just be relaxed as we lift and lower, and that's gonna get your core to kick in a little more. 4, 3, 2. All right, so now from here, guys, take your legs to the tabletop, place a circle between your ankles real quick. We're gonna keep our chest lifted here, and we're just gonna do a little bit of a hold. Okay, so your chest is going to be lifted. You're going to reach up over to the right of your shin with your left hand, lower down, and switch. Okay, right after this, guys, we're going to work into those arms. Your arms are already a little tired from holding that circle. This is not a very long set here. We're just going to kind of move through, over and over and over. We've got a thigh stretch coming up, which should make you Pilates people really happy. But we're going to use the magic circle to work the arms while we do it. Keep going. We got 4, 3, 2, and then release. All right, I think our core is warmed up. So you're gonna kneel on your mat. Now I've got this really thin Lululemon mat. It's a travel mat. So I'm gonna use this pad for my knees, okay? You're gonna be really nice and tall here. You're gonna be in this nice kneeling position, okay? Now, if your knees bother you for this one, okay, like if you can't be on your knees, you're gonna do this in a standing motion where you're just literally gonna move your arms up and down. That's gonna be your modification, okay? If you can do this kneeling, go for it. You're gonna hold your arms forward. My arms are already engaged here, okay? My core is in tight, my hips are nice and long. I'm not here, I'm really nice and long, lifting through everything. I'm gonna hinge back. I'm gonna try to keep that shape, hinge, 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 pause. Arms are gonna reach up, reach down, bring it forwards, okay? So let's get started. Going back, reaching up, reaching forwards, bringing it up. So you're gonna feel your glutes are working, you're gonna feel your core is working, and definitely your arms and shoulders are warming up, and then forwards. Good, keep going. You're gonna go back, squeeze a circle, so your lats are engaged, arms up, arms down, and bring it up. So there's like a hug on the circle. We're not like killing the circle yet. We're just warming up through the shoulders. Make sure you're not goose What I'm trying to say is make sure you're not doing this. So when your arms go back, we're not doing that. We're keeping the head back and coming forward. Keep going, we got 15 seconds. Small movement here, arms back, arms forward. You're gonna feel that core really engage. You're gonna stretch through those knees. This is called thigh stretch in Pilates. Good. And then forwards. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now from here, take the circle behind your back. We're gonna do a version of sexy back, which is a Pilates exercise. You're gonna reach your arms up, hold. Notice that my fingertips are not on the circle. My thumb can hug around here if you would like it to. And your focus should be getting through the back here, right? So you're just gonna start with a little hold here, okay? Chest out, tail out, we're not tucked. God, I see this all the time when people are here. It's like, that's not helping. You gotta keep your spine long, shoulders back, chest up, and hold, be proud. Okay, chest out, tail out, hold. Okay, keeping the weight equal on both knees here. Now, instead of going up really high and trying to make this a tricep exercise, we're gonna pull the shoulders back and lift up, squeeze, and then lower. So what I'm after here, you know, those back muscles that are so hard to find, that's what I'm after here. It's those little muscles right by the spine, the lower lats, the lower trapezius, the low back, the backs of the shoulders, the rhomboids, the rhomboids, which sit just kind of between the shoulder blades there. They kind of span out there. I'm trying to work all of that stuff, right? And of course, you're gonna feel the back of the armpit a little bit, some serratus muscles, some triceps, but I want your primary focus to be with those back muscles. Now, this is where the set gets a little longer here. We're gonna go for about 45 seconds more, and we're just focusing on squeezing. So you cannot see this, but as I'm pressing up, I'm almost reaching that way. So there's a little bit of a reach, and as I'm reaching that way, my crown is reaching that way. So there's this oppositional length happening here, okay? So keep going. Now, the bonus of working this kind of stuff is not only does it help the posture, right? Because you can stretch all day long, but if you don't strengthen your back, you're always going to revert back to a rounded position. You need strong back muscles to keep your posture open. But the other benefit is you do get really sculpted, okay? And so a lot of what I've done in the past and even doing now is a lot of this kind of work that built that foundation to get really strong. All right, you got 5 seconds here. We're going to add on. So I'm really squeezing with the back to lift. It's like secondary arms, primary back. Hold it up. Bend your elbows, frame your booty, and bring it up. Frame your booty and bring it up. Good. Keep going down, up. Now, if you've got a bigger booty, just let it sit on top of your booty, okay? I had one client, they were like, well, I can't frame my booty because my booty's a little bit bigger. I was like, well, then just let the circle sit on it, okay? So you're just bending your arms and straightening your arms here. And you're bending and straightening. And notice that I'm trying super hard not to let this happen. See that big, see how that just looks really bad, right? So you want to keep the shoulders back and you're pressing through, and that allows those back muscles to really work. Now, we're gonna hinge a little further forwards so that there's more gravity on our back. And we're gonna press and bend and press and bend. Woo, it's burning, I love it. You got 15 seconds here, really reaching through those arms. We're gonna add a squeeze in a second. So it's gonna be a press out, squeeze, and then lower, okay? Good, keep going. Love these, oh man, it's so good. You should feel your triceps are really turning on now. 3, 2, now hold. Now from here, you're gonna squeeze, okay? Bend, lift, squeeze. Bend, lift, squeeze. So there's a little squeeze at the top every time. So squeeze and release. Squeeze, bend, lift, squeeze, bend, lift, squeeze, bend, lift. You got about 15 seconds here, and then we're gonna hold. So as you're doing this, just notice that it's getting pretty hard, right? Good. 4, 3, 2, now. Little squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Chest out, tail out. Try to keep your gaze forwards or just slightly in front of you. Keep going. I just have to keep looking over to look at the clock here. You've got 20 seconds. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Your back should be nice and warm. Your triceps should be nice and warm. Keep going. You got 15 seconds. You guys can see why this stuff really works, right? My tail is reaching one way. My crown of my head is reaching the other way. Keep it going. Keep it going. You're going to want to stop, but don't stop. We're going to lay on our stomach. Coming up. 4, 3, 2, and then release. Whew. Okay. So let's get to it. We're going to lay on our stomach. I'm going to try to see if I can do it without that pad. I hope I can. Okay, and get this guy out of the way here. We're gonna go into some back extension with the circle. So you're gonna take your circle, and of course I need a knot on my shirt, so I'm gonna get rid of the knot. There we go. You're gonna take your circle just like this, okay? You're gonna lay flat, and you're gonna put the circle down on the ground. So I'm holding the handles here. You're gonna use that, you're gonna keep the elbows slightly bent, shoulders are back, lift your chest up, hold. Okay, that's super burny, which is great, and then lower down. and then inhale, come up, and then go down. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, you notice that I'll post some stuff with equipment and without equipment, but I talk through a lot of the why of what we do. And so one of the things with back extension that I talk about a lot is that we live in a society where we're forward postured all the time. You still have about 50 seconds. Hey, buddy. And so what we're trying to do is the opposite of that. And basically trying to strengthen the back line because we are a forward society. We're always hunched over. Keep going. And so here, guys, as I'm pressing up, I'm using the lat muscles, right? Which is these beautiful muscles just right through here to press me up and then slowly lower me down. Of course, all the muscles surrounding that are working as well. When I push down on the circle, my circle opens up a little bit because I'm pressing down as I lift and then lowering down. Keep going, lifting up and then down. Okay, you got about 5 seconds here. My neck is long. Try not to do this. Oops, just hit my head. Try not to do this. Okay, you're lifting up. Good. 3, 2, now hold. Now, this is the part that's always really challenging. I like to have my feet a little wide here. My glutes are engaged. Okay, I'm gonna slowly bring that circle in, lift it off the ground. Okay, I'm gonna do a little squeeze, let it open, shoulders down the back, and reach out. Like, this is a super hard one for me, but I like that it opens up my back. So if you need to, so here I squeeze, and the thing that helps me extend is there's a little pull out on the circle, and I can feel all of my lower, like just the entire muscles, like all those muscles right next to my spine, really getting long here, and then staying long as I pull back in. Squeeze. Good, and reach. In. 30 seconds. Squeeze and reach. My core is tight here. Good. You can do thumbs with fingers if you want. Keep reaching, and you'll feel that that's loosening up. I'm trying to keep my head in line with my spine here. I'm trying not to, I'm looking up because I'm trying to look at the timer, and keep going. Squeeze, open, reach. 3, 2, now you're gonna hold here 10 seconds. 9, feel that back engage. 8, get longer. 7, 6, circle off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then release. Your back is warmed up here. Okay, now take the circle this way so that the pads are facing down. I'm gonna go over to my right here. I'm going to work on some stretching for my left side and work for the entire back in a laterally flexed position, okay? So you're gonna lift up and lower down. Now, option 1 is you stay here. Option 2, you're gonna lift up and take the weight off of your right hand. So now you're really engaging through that left side, and that right arm is just staying out there in space. Keep going. Lifting up and down. If you find that that's too much, just go ahead and put your hand back on. We've got about 15 seconds here. Keep going. Stretching out that side and lowering down. Initiating from the back. If you feel any tension in your shoulders, take a break. Modify. You can also bring the circle closer to you, which makes it easier. 3, 2. Now from here, I'm gonna have you take the circle and reach it long, and you're gonna just take this body and do like a clocky position. So we're just spiraling on our stomach, and we're going side to side, opening up our lateral flexion with a little bit of weight on that left side. We're gonna switch sides in a second. I'm staying squared to the ceiling here, and I'm reaching, and I'm reaching, and I'm reaching, and I'm warming up the back, just getting some mobility. Our spine loves this kind of stuff. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2. You're gonna feel that left arm is tired. Take the circle behind your back. Okay, we're gonna switch sides here in a second. You're gonna reach the hands back, lift the hands up, and hold, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna bring my legs up together, and I'm gonna do heel beats while I keep my chest lifted, okay? We're gonna go for 25 seconds here. Actually, let's go for 30, why not? Keep going. Woo! And Rocky is just here staring at me. My back's engaged, my glutes are engaged, your heart rate's gonna go up here. Keep reaching. Can you make this any better? Maybe a little squeeze on that circle. Keep going. Let's see here. How much time do we have left? We'll do some math here. So bad. 5 seconds? 4, 3, 2, and release. Now bring that circle over, and you're gonna hold it with your right hand, and same thing. You're gonna go side to side, just like we did before. So we're just adding that sort of clock movement. Is this a clock movement? Helicopter? I don't even know. but my arms are stick straight. The only reason that my arms are moving is because I'm moving through the spine here. And then my arm is moving back and forwards, right? So I've got spinal movement to get my arm to reach back. I'm really not doing a whole lot of this. Keep going. We've got about 15 seconds here. And reaching, and reaching, and reaching, and reaching. Man, this is so good, you guys. I love this. We're gonna go over to the left in a second. You got 4, 3, 2, and then you're gonna go over to that left side. I am feeling this. One of the things I'm gonna tell you guys, okay, so just lifting and lowering. We're gonna take the left hand off in a second. Just take a moment to find that. When I do these videos, I intentionally pick exercises that I haven't done for a little while, like at least a month or so, because I want it to feel new in my body so that I can hopefully cue it well for you guys. Now go ahead and take that left hand off. I'm gonna give you time here. All right, keep going. You got about 30 seconds. Woo! Now, if your left arm is like super tired, just let it rest behind your back or just on the floor. Like take the option that works. The important thing is as you're lifting, you're pulling that shoulder back to lift and then lowering. So we're trying to work in our lateral flexion here. Keep going. I'll take my arm back out here. Keep going up and down and up and down. Wow, time is flying by. You got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and then release. Okay, one last thing here, okay? We don't do this enough. We're gonna flip over. We're gonna do a reverse plank, which is a classical Pilates movement. The full expression is leg pull, and maybe we'll do that today. You know what, why not? Let's just do that today. So I'm gonna teach you guys leg pull, which is a classic Pilates exercise. You're gonna end up in a reverse plank. I'm gonna give you the option. If you want to, you can put the circle between your thighs. Okay, you're gonna lift yourself up. Now, if we do lift a leg, you're gonna remove that circle, but I think today maybe we'll just do the reverse plank. You're gonna lift yourself up and hold. Now, you can do this on your hands, which is easier, or you can do it on your forearms. We're gonna hold this for an entire minute, okay? So here, a little bit, I would say harder. With the circle, I would say go up here, okay? We're about 10 seconds in. Keep holding. I'm gonna do it here because I'm gonna keep my circle. If you do it without the circle, I would say try it on your forearms. Okay, so let's hold. 20 seconds in. Like it's no big deal. Maybe get those feet a little closer together, okay? So in the traditional version of this exercise, it's heels together, toes apart. I like to add variations to it, but leg pull is basically when you're in this position, you end up lifting one leg up and then you switch. We're not gonna do that part of it just yet. We're gonna stay here for about another, how much time do we have left? Oh man, I'm losing track of time. 20 plus 20 plus 15 seconds. All right, there we go. I do some math in my head. Hold here, keep holding. We are gonna take this down, take the circle off, keep holding. It's our final move here. We're gonna do the leg pull exercise here for 30 seconds. After this, 3, 2, now lower down, straight back up. Here's what you do. You lift up, shoulders back, up and down. My heels together, toes apart. I'm lifting up and lowering down. As I'm lifting, I'm not letting my hip drop, right? I'm staying nice and controlled. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Lift, squeeze, and lower. Good, try not to hyperextend. I think I was hyperextending, sorry guys. So you can bend your elbows a little bit if you want. Keep lifting. This will build your arms, your back, and your shoulders. So good, you have 5 seconds, good. 4, 3, head can be back or forwards, 2, and then release. Awesome job, you guys. Those are no joke. They build that strength in your entire body. If you ever wonder why people who do Pilates regularly always look strong, it's because they're putting that work into all these moves. If you have any questions, comments, leave those below. Anyways, awesome job, you guys.